So I've not heard you much talk about enlightenment, but this is a word that is much used.
Which word?
Enlightenment.
Enlightenment, okay.
Yes. Can you, what is your opinion on what that is, enlightenment?
Enlightenment from the religion and New Age world, I guess it means to become full of light. I don't feel like using that word because I think to become enlightened, meaning full of light, is still perpetuating the game of light and darkness. So
doesn't that mean that you become fully who you are? Enlightenment?
yeah, I think many, that's what they mean when they say that. But for some reason, it doesn't come natural to me to use that word. And as I am addressing your question, I'm trying to figure out why I'm not using that word. It doesn't come out spontaneously. And I suspect because, again, enlightenment, it still seems like we are still in the polarity. It feels much better to become aware of what the polarity is, rather than being full of light. Become aware of the polarity and will give us a higher level of consciousness, because once you are aware of it, you can pass through it. Because by becoming aware, you become neutral, so you are, whether you're filled with light or filled with darkness, it doesn't matter anymore, because you are stepping out from the game of polarity. But I understand that many people, when they say enlightenment, they mean eye conscious or fully aware or fully conscious, and so we are talking about the same thing. It's just, for some reason, it's not the word that I prefer to use, because light and night and dark is, to me, is the polarity game. In a way, an enlightened being, in order to justify his existence, he needs a very dark beings. Because if you take away the darkness, then this enlightened person doesn't know, is lost. He needs his counterpart in order to continue to exist. While if you are neutral about the concept of light and darkness, then you don't need the opposite part, because you are not in separation anymore, you are into oneness. So there is no such a thing as opposite. While the enlightened person has an opposite, which is a non-enlightened person, a fully conscious person, you can say, well, you have the opposite by a person that is not conscious. Okay, sure, it's true, but then that's not the right word either. Then we should say, once you are neutral, there is not any more opposite. And in a way, most likely that's when you are free from the cycle, light and darkness, light and darkness, light and darkness. Yeah. But I can say probably now that I am addressing this interesting question, I can say that enlightenment is exactly what I say when I say being fully conscious. Of course, it's the same thing. It's just the word enlightenment. Put light in it. So as soon as I think light, I think also darkness. So.